Hey, this is Rockman. Welcome back to more Super Mario Odyssey.
Super Mario Odyssey!
Well, I don't know, Doom. Let's find out. Smoke a Loca streaming. Is that who you're talking about? Bunny's streaming Cyberpunk 2077, but who gives a shit about that game? That weird Zelda marathon is doing 4 swords. Whoopity-doo. Xandar and Rockstar Girl are doing shit. And Cobra's doing a Metroid game, but it's not Super Metroid, so it's garbage. How many of these people are fucking? I don't know. I don't pry into their business. All I care about is my stream, and Stelnox thanks you for being here. Stelnox was watching Bunny, and he's like, this fucking stream is garbage. Where's Rockman? That's what you said, right? Song's not here. Comcast sure as hell ain't here. So yesterday I called Comcast and I basically told them that I'm supposed to be getting an upload of speed of 300, which they agreed with, but I told them I've never gotten more than 120, and right now it's way less than 100, and they're like, oh yeah, you're right, it's not what it should be. So I have an appointment for a Comcast person coming out here tomorrow between 3 and 5 p.m. And then I got a call from a technician today. He said, check it again. I checked it again, and he's like, yeah, that's not good. And he's like, I'm going to be honest with you. There's a possibility that we may not be able to get you any better speed than that because of your area. And I didn't say it, but of course the answer to that is, fuck you, I will beat you to death. Things in the world are not good, and I'm really pissed off. My dad won't fucking shut up to me about buying a new bed. He needs to shut his goddamn mouth. And if that Comcast guy turns up dead, this is not a confession. I was not serious about beating him to death. I couldn't physically do that properly. But I would like to beat him until he hurts. If he doesn't fix my internet. Now, if he fixes the internet by the time of the stream tomorrow, when we're supposed to stream Mario Party 3, then I will sing his praises and give him beer. Metaphorically speaking, I don't have any beer. Actually, that's not true. I do. There is a beer that's been sitting in the garage fridge that nobody wants to drink, so he can have that if he wants. No, there's literally nothing good happening in the world at all. I can't think of a single fucking thing. I don't even... Honestly, this is my least favorite kingdom in this fucking game. Let's turn up the audio a little bit. How's that? Let's try to get the seeds first, because, you know, seeds take time. Where's the fucking seeds? I'm gonna look them up. It's not here, it's somewhere. Let's just say there's some people that Ratmus should run over with a forklift. I don't don't think Ratmus even uses a forklift in his job. I've never seen him use a forklift. So... What'd you say? Bunny's having problems with what? The game? So when are you kicking your aunt and uncle out of the house, Doom? How are you doing, Stalnox? Is anything good going on in your life? Quack got a package from us. I don't care about whatever the fuck is talking on Discord. Gardening seed. I think the one I just got was the inlet seed. Okay, I know where that canyon seed is. Hot spring. Okay, the other one I couldn't think of is in the hot spring, and there's also one that's in a fucking trench somewhere. Oh, it's next to the... Okay. Next to the Sphinx. Next to the hot spring. And next to that canyon with the Goombas. Yeah, I don't know how much... We probably won't make much progress today, and it might end early because, as I said, Song is on vacation. She's unavailable. You don't want to do too much without her, and, you know, things are not good. I just heard that my cousin is coming for Thanksgiving, and it's not the cousin that I want to come for Thanksgiving. I'll have to go around the long way. Well, there's purple coins here anyway, so... Remember the old days when I used to tell you guys stories of my life and I actually cared and remembered the stories and you hadn't heard them all already? Well, I guess, Stalnox, I told Doom this story the other day, but apparently Ratmus's friend's girlfriend was talking to us before I went off to college, and I think she was talking about how... She was asking about if when I went off to college, if I would be sad that I wouldn't see Ratmus anymore, but just by the way she said it, like, you know, she just meant, like, you know, it'd be sad for us to be apart for the first time in our lives. But the way she just said it, she was like, you must be pretty sad. And me, Ratmus, and his friend were just like, what the fuck, like, that's not a nice thing to say. It sounded like, you know, you were calling me fucking pathetic. Must be pretty fucking sad. So that's one of those things that me and Ratmus just remember forever. Oh yeah, the brand new Sailor Moon poster that I got, yeah. You guys, I know you've seen it, but it's totally brand new. I got it in 1998. I mean, that was not very long ago, right? Don't you wish it was fucking 1998? Speaking of fucking, how many fucking people were streaming in 1998? None, that's for sure. Some people like to point out how me and Ratmus are best friends and quote-unquote best friends. I don't know. I mean, we had a... I guess not all siblings have, you know, necessarily good relationships, but I guess me and Ratmus did, so... I mean, I only threw a Nintendo controller at his head once that I can remember. What's the age difference between you and your brother, Doom? I can't remember. It's been so long since your brother streamed. Hell, it's been so long since you streamed. 4 years, yeah. Cause like, I mean, Song and her brother, and you know, I don't want to speak for her, but they're 5 years apart, and they're also, you know, when it's a brother and sister, a lot of times they can be less close. I think they're very like friendly and whatnot, but like they never like it wasn't like the relationship that me and Ratmus had growing up. Like, you know, it's like they weren't like inseparable friends. Like, you know, 2-3 a year apart brothers can be. Okay, I was supposed to go and get the seeds, so there's one by the Sphinx and one by the Hot Springs. Let's continue to get that as I ramble on about God knows what. But like my two best friends growing up, you know, they were also brothers who were very close together, and they were also very close. Although I did see them fight once. I mean, obviously me and Ratmus have fought at times, but my cousins, who are brother and sister, I mean, they were never particularly close, and we used to. You know, unfortunately, he would drag us into bullying her because she was a girl. Alright, now where's that seed that's near the Sphinx? Over here. Let's move on and talk about something else. What, I don't know. You guys want to hear all my high school stories, right? What the fuck high school stories do I have? I mean, X-Files started when I was in high school, and I used to be big into X-Files, and like so much so that like people knew that I was like big into X-Files, and I was the X-Files guy, Rockman who loved X-Files, and like, you know, the show went on for 10 years or whatever, and I watched it and I loved it, and like after that I never really rewatched it once. I always wanted to go and rewatch it, and finally I'm trying to rewatch it. I just finished season 1, and I don't think it holds up. I think it's not very boring, but it's boring enough that I'm watching it way slower than I would with other shows. Hot Springs, I just gotta get to the Hot Springs. Like, it's just not who I am anymore, you know, I don't like it as much as I did back then, that's for sure. I think, Doom, did you say that, like, you watched X-Files back in the day, but probably not since then, or am I just making shit up? I'm surprised I didn't get hit there trying to go for that. Only a few episodes. That must have been your babysitter, right? Huh. Oh, yeah, thank God for Home Improvement, right? I watched a lot of Home Improvement, but I have absolutely no idea if I've seen all of it, 90% of it, 75% of it, 50% of it. I don't fucking know. There were 2 times in high school that I can think of when I cosplayed as Mulder. Because I was in the science fiction club in high school. You guys knew that. Which, by the way, my science fiction club in high school was called The Continuum. And now Doom totally knows where that's from, right? I mean, it supposedly wasn't all Star Trek. It was like all of sci-fi, although we had a thing that we called Trek Fest that we did. And I dressed as Mulder for that. The other time I dressed as Mulder was when I went and saw the first X-Files movie, which, you guys remember that action figure with the mummy, right? The alien mummy. Speaking of aliens, let's talk about storming Area 51. Man, that was a great time back in 2019, wasn't it? I bet she'd be surprised to know how much I kicked ass at Super Metroid. Oh, wait a minute. That's the great thing about us, Doom, is the overlap. No, what was I talking? No, I was going to say, so within the last few days, we got a Netflix account for the first time. Like I said, Dad got it free with some phone deal that he got. But the point is, so I've been looking on Netflix. I thought there was ground there. I've been looking for shit on Netflix to watch, and they had a documentary. I shit you not, they had a documentary about the Storm Area 51 thing. And so they were like, you know, back in 2019. So like back in 2019, I remember the whole meme where they're like, yeah, people are gonna storm Area 51. What's gonna happen? Like, you know, is this a joke? What's going on? Are people gonna get shot? Blah blah blah. And then like, I guess the day happened or whatever, and like, I don't remember anything about like, you know, like leading up to it, there was all these news stories about everyone going nuts, and the internet was going nuts, and then like suddenly the day comes and I don't hear anything. So like, I guess the media just gave up on it or didn't care, and like, so like I don't remember what the hell happened actually, if anything, right? Yeah. So like, because I mean, do you guys remember the same experience, like, of you know, like, hey, I don't remember whatever happened with that. Do you want to know what happened with that according to the documentary? Yeah. So basically, like, the guy who made the meme, you know, just made it as like a shit post. You know, I guess he wasn't being serious. So like, I don't know why he didn't just retract it. Like, it would have been very easy, I think, to just go on the forum and post it and say, like, you know what, guys, it's canceled. It was just a joke. Don't take this seriously. Because, like, the FBI was like, they came to his house and said they were going to blame him if anything happens. But instead of canceling it and trying to distance himself from it, he tried to turn it instead into a music festival called Alien Stock. And then he ran into like these financial problems and got sued by his business partners because they got in a whole dispute because they couldn't figure out how to have a stupid music festival in the middle of the desert, and they were afraid it was gonna be like that other festival that failed. So anyway, the point is that on the day that it happened, there were two music festivals. One of them was in Las Vegas, and I guess it went okay. One of them was in Rachel, Nevada, which is by that alien place, and I guess it went okay, even though I guess it wasn't as successful as it was supposed to be. But those two music festivals were, I guess, okay for the people who went there. But aside from the music festivals, apparently by the way, they were also like, because the thing online said on Facebook that 3.5 million people on Facebook promised that they were going to go there. And that's what the government was worried about, that 3.5 million people were going to go there. Of course 3.5 million people didn't go there. People on Facebook were just lying. Like, I think like a few thousand people maybe went to the music festivals. I'm just dying over here because I can't tell this story at the same time. But basically, only about 100, maybe 150 people, from what I understand, actually went to the gates of Area 51. And like the military had police officers like in uniform standing in front of the gates of Area 51, and they let all these like 100 people or so come up to the gates. And then at 3 o'clock or whatever, they're like, yeah, we're gonna storm Area 51. All right, 3, 2, 1, go! They all ran towards the gate and then stopped. They ran for like 5 feet and then stopped. And I'm surprised the cops didn't just like open fire on that. Like, because how did they know they were gonna stop? They just stopped, and that was the end. Everyone laughed, and then nothing happened. So then I watched a documentary about that Malaysia Flight 370 that disappeared, and that was just... I do not recommend watching that documentary because it was just full of sensationalism and misinformation and bullshit lies. I didn't know there was a documentary about the Atari cartridges in the landfill. I thought that was the AVGN movie. Then I watched this documentary on Blu-ray called The Wizard. Oh wait, that wasn't a documentary. Well, I did watch a behind-the-scenes featurette about The Wizard. Surprisingly, the guy who played Jimmy Woods is still acting today. He was in an episode of NCIS a couple years ago, and he was also in the documentary, you know. Oh, even that is not high enough. No, but then I watched another documentary about Balloon Boy. You guys remember Balloon Boy? Alright, well, the seeds are taken care of. We haven't dropped any frames yet. That's surprising. When I got the moon over by the hot springs, I didn't hit the damn switch, did I? Nope, I sure didn't. What else can I tell you guys about high school? Hey, bro. What do you think? quote unquote eel quote unquote come out and play? She got the new car already? Scroll all the way back looking for the Twitter hint art. The place I'm looking for has purple coins. Yeah, it's somewhere over here. There it is. There's the Twitter hint art for this kingdom. Alright, next Twitter hint art. There's 2 in the Luncheon Kingdom. $55 gift subs. What about the broken glass, Doom? That lasts forever? Completely lost, looking for the Sphinx. Where I am at this point. Ratmus, you could totally watch that Senna show. I forgot about that. You sure Bunny didn't want to watch the VOD of Ratmus playing Mega Man 1? I saw some purple coins that I did not get. God only knows. What about Bowser? Ratmus, how come you didn't just do that? You love killing yourself. Music sounds like the ancient sister, man. Hands off my piece of cake. Miss, what else do you want me to tell the people about my high school career? wouldn't let me pop out in this small area. I guess there wasn't enough room. Oh god. Ratmus, what year did you go to the National Boy Scout Jamboree? Was it 97? I went in 93. Ratmus, tell everyone how you were in the Purple Pirates or whatever and how that guy had a seizure or whatever. It's fucking bullshit. I thought you were ignoring me and you just wrote a whole fucking paragraph. That'll learn you. did he go? He's gotta be behind the spring or something. Like stuck over here or something? Here's some purple coins. Fucker. Some more purple coins. See why I don't like this level and I don't like this boss? It's so slow and painful. Nothing is that bad. Mega stuffed Satan cookies? Yes. When is the glass ever half full? Okay. That. There's this. There's the other. Don't want to go down there, and Peach is not here, and it looks like there's really nothing else here right now. is the Lighthouse Leaper? Song. French for fuck off. Alright, I don't like this place. I'm done exploring randomly. It's amiibo time. You guys see the Bowser thing? Because I don't. Now it just suddenly appeared. It wasn't there before. It's down there somewhere. Let's get a fish. Well, that's a goddamn inconvenient thing to have a bunch of collectibles underwater when you have to somehow see where they are and they're underneath you. That's a bunch of fucking bullshit. Let's talk to the Sphinx before we do some more. The Boobele? I just watched an episode of Worst Cooks. And I didn't mean to do that. I must have, when I moved my hand, it shook the Joy-Con enough to do that. Yes, a Bobalade. No, on the Worst Cooks, they had to, like, you know, tell the chefs what was in a dish just by tasting it, and one of them was a salad, and there was radicchio in the salad, and I sure as hell wouldn't know what the fuck radicchio is. He'll drive himself back to Noodles and Company. was your vacation song. Let's see if we can see purple horns from up here. It's probably right underneath me. Could have sworn I looked over there. Thought I got these. Sense. I must have forgot about this area. I should let me get a gushing over here. There's the dog. Right past these. Go to the shops. My stream is always the most happening place on Twitch. Should be. You are a pirate. Well, this is going to be pretty short-lived because I now realize I'm going to have to put on the resort outfit anyways. Sounds like an episode of Star Wars Skeleton Crew that Doom probably never watched. Does that include the Clone Wars? Does it include the holiday special? Which was only partially animated? What about the 1980s cartoon Star Wars Droids starring C-3PO and R2-D2? I don't think I've ever actually seen the entire holiday special, just like parts of it and people talking about it. And I saw the first episode of that Star Wars Droid show, and all I watched was the first episode. Oh God, volleyball. Oh. It's certainly longer than I remembered. Was that a nice relaxing dance? Did that relax anyone and make us forget how horrible our lives are? Whoa, spam fried rice. Alright, where's 11 and 12? People in chat tell me without looking, you should know. Near the Ocean Trench East checkpoint. Fucking oxygen? And cheap. It's tunneled somewhere. Here it is, probably. Waluigi costume? What Waluigi costume? And is the Sphinx down here? Yes. Okay, so there was some place near the back of here that I didn't go to. Perhaps in here. I believe that was 11 and 12. What Waluigi costume? I said 17. Oh, okay. Well, that's... I guess I just wasn't over there. near here. Oh. Waluigi? I'm seriously debating finishing the Seaside Kingdom and not continuing the stream for today and doing Luncheon Kingdom next week when Song is here, and hopefully spirits are better. They probably won't be any better. Oh, okay, right near the lighthouse. Hey Zoda, how's it going? Because of stupid Comcast, my better Twitch TV preferences got erased. Including, as you can see, everyone's names is wrong in chat. Does that mean Zoda's gonna do a 35th anniversary stream and get a PB? That sucks, that sucks, that's a dog. just don't care anymore. Does anyone care anymore? Where's the last one? Yes, Doom, tell us about chemistry. You know, I'm not aware that this dog has a name. Somebody give him a name. What an original name. What's the buttons to fast swim? It's not that. It's like you have to press two buttons at the same time. I just don't know what they are, and it's not helping. Z, L, and Y. half the time you fucking ground pound. Always ground pound, because ZL is ground pound. Has to be frame perfect. Nope. Let me guess. Volleyball. Yep. Secret path. Hint art. Koopa freebasing. Peach. Never heard of it, Doom. I'm fucking stupid, okay? So yeah, Cobra's not streaming anymore like you said. Bunny looks like she's on a break. Did she ever get her character made? Alright, Doom, I'm thinking of ending here. Bye. So I believe Song, Ratmus, and Zoda are still here. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't feeling great even before the stream started, and now I'm feeling even worse. What is it, Ratmus? Cheezosaurus Rex commits tax fraud just like Yoshi. I could, like, obviously I need, in quotation marks, to do the volleyball. I mean, I guess I could blow off the 100 and just get the 15. I could get 0, 1, or both of those and then move on to Luncheon Kingdom. But I just don't feel like doing that right now. Like I said, I just don't feel like doing that right now. And so tomorrow the Comcast guy is going to come, and I hope whatever he does doesn't interfere with the stream that we're supposed to stream tomorrow, Mario Party 3, me, Ratmus, and Doom. I really hope the Comcast guy can do something and then the stream goes ahead like fine. I mean, that's number one. After that, we can't do a movie or a stream this weekend because we're having a Labor Day cookout, and then Bunny is doing Mega Man X1 on Monday, Labor Day. So I think if I stop here and continue Super Mario Odyssey, it'll have to be next Tuesday. And I got more Apex that I need to play. And I think Zoda wanted to stream something. I just can't even anymore. So yeah, sorry about the short stream. We didn't drop any frames. That's the end of the stream. Bye, everyone.